What's up YouTube? In today's video I'm going to talk about how I was able to purchase this property at a 30% discount. So I just closed on this property actually a week ago, and I let the seller to move out a week, just 7 days, and they're already out. They were out before the 7 days. I'm going to talk about how you can get deals at a discount and just go over the scope of this project and walk around with you all. So right now they still have their dump that they need to take out. This garage door needs to be fixed. I'm going to cut down this tree because it's just blocking the view of this house. We're going to paint the brick, replace windows. The roof is good. Needs a new HVAC. Fix up this brick. New windows. Fix the siding. Here's the house. Smoker lived in here, so it smells. There's no AC. So it's pretty warm in here. Here are the subfloors. Those subfloors need to be fixed. There's a bunch of cockroaches around. Kind of smells like smoke. Most likely I'm gonna just take out the paneling and sheetrock this place. Put up drywall. I'm just gonna clear up the backyard. Keep these nice plants actually over here. Rip up the wood paneling, the wood slats over there, and clean up the backyard. It's a nice property, a nice large lot. There are flooring issues, subfloor issues, so we're just going to rip out all of this kitchen. I'm going to move the fridge over there to that end, and then I'm going to extend some cabinets over here so we can have more cabinet space, because right now kitchen is a little small to a buyer for the price point I'm going after. Of course, we're going to remove the soffit over there, extend it, so we're gonna have a peninsula island right there. Laundry room is over there. I think the water heater is good. Subfloor issues, clear that out. New paint, no carpet. So these subfloors, this is the original subfloor, so they just put laminate on top of laminate on top of laminate. So that's what happens when flooring gets bad. People just put new flooring right on top. So we're gonna rip it apart, bring it back to the normal level. The light still works over there. Tub, shower combo. We're going to just put a tub surround here. LVP floor, clear this out. I'm gonna bomb this place, kill all the roaches and everything. Same thing here. Just rip up everything. Bedrooms are not bad. Scrape popcorn ceiling, paint, carpet, baseboards, new door. Now this is a bath that they didn't count on the listing, and I think that's why a lot of people passed on this property. But you have the plumbing fixtures right here, you know, for the sink, for the toilet, and for the walk-in shower. So we're just gonna redo all this, take out all the plaster and repair drywall, new window, of course. It's great that you have a nice sized window in the master bathroom. You don't really get that for a small bath. And essentially that's what I'm going to do on this property. Now, I'm making it sound casual, but it's a good amount of work. Update electrical, you know, plumb that bathroom. It needs a ton of landscape work. I'm going to be cutting down trees, painting the exterior brick. People say don't paint brick, but it actually works and actually helps sells the house. It's a nice neighborhood. You all can see, nice front yard also. So you see they had some trees here that they cut down. So I want to cut that down even lower. I learned from my last property not to over rehab. I think of that one I definitely over rehabbed. So this one, since the price point is lower, it's a smaller house. I'm gonna do good quality work, of course, but not as much as I did on my last property. And then, for example, one of the bathrooms, I'm not gonna tile it, you know. The master, I will. So that just saves costs. All right, you all, that's the property. I'm going to talk a little bit about how I found this property. I found it on market. So there are deals out there to be made. I got this at $165,000. It was originally listed at $240,000. I think it was listed, it's been on the market for around 60 days. It went down to $230,000. That's when I started to negotiate. And you all, let me tell you, I offered them $110,000 from $230. $230,000, which is insane, right? That's a very bold offer, but they weren't completely upset at that offer because they understood the work needed on this property. And so that only worked because it was a rehab, right? And they knew I was an investor, and obviously I'm trying to make a return on my investment. Now, one thing that got me into conversation is because this property was listed as a 3-1, but as I showed you all, there's a bathroom that's plumbed that, of course I'm going to replace a lot of the plumbing, but I don't think a lot of investors noticed that, right? Because it wasn't in any of the photos, but you had to read the description. And then in the description, it says, okay, there's a master bath, but they're not counting it because they had a bunch of stuff in it. And also, just knowing, okay, this property is around 1,500 square feet. I was like, okay, it's 3-1. I can add a second bath somewhere, right? Maybe there's 2 living rooms. Maybe there's a hallway closet. Maybe there's a half bath and I can just add a walk-in shower. We started at 110. Obviously, they said no. The realtor told me he rejected an offer at 150. I said I can do 155 since they rejected at 150 to sweeten the deal. They counter at 175. He was pretty strict on that number. I was like, okay, I'll meet in the middle between 155 and 175 at 165. They said no at first. Actually went under contract and went out of contract. And then later she just texted me randomly. She was all like, do you still want the property on Dockery? I was like, yeah. She was like, I'll write up the letter. I'll write up the agreement and send it your way. And boom. And I closed within 2 weeks. And I had issues with my primary lender that I used before is because hard money lenders, they're more strict right now just because of changes happening in the economy, and they want to make sure they're lending right. And so when they comp properties, they're very strict and they don't understand areas. So this area is a small town area, but there are businesses around. And so the comps, you have to go beyond half a mile. And they weren't doing that, and I got initially declined from them. And so I found another lender who was quick. I contacted them a week before closing, and so they got it done in a week. And so I was all like, okay, they're pretty legit. And most hard money lenders, yes, they say they can go fast, but sometimes they don't. Because by maybe 3 days, they were ready to go. They were on top of it. I was impressed by this hard money lender. Now, I did have to put more money down because they did run into issues with comping also. But they still were willing to lend me on the deal. So I did have to put more than the usual 10% down on the purchase. And they didn't give me as much of a rehab budget that I asked for. But with that, everything is working out. I closed on the property and I let the tenant stay, as I was talking about, for 7 days afterwards. Now, let's talk about the numbers. What are the numbers on this property? Now, in this area, I know once I fix it up, make it look nice and pretty, conservatively, a 3-2 rehab property in this area could sell for $280, $279.99 easily. Now, I'm going to aim for 300. I'm aiming for $299. At $299, I think I'm going to spend around $60,000 on the rehab. That will leave me a profit of around $60,000 selling it at $300,000. But that's without all the closing costs and other things. But that does include the hard money costs. So with closing costs, closing costs is usually, because I'm not going to go with a full service agent. I think I'm going to try to list it on an MLS myself. I've done that for another property once and it was fine. But there are some discounted flat rate agents that I can go with. So I think I'm going to do that. So that's going to save money on closing costs. And so staging the property, photos, and all these other things is probably going to cost me another 18 grand. And so if I sell this property at 300 and I stay under a 60K budget, I'm looking at a profit of around 40,000. And so that's the aim. I think I can finish this. I actually got a quote from somebody, but it was extremely cheap. So I was surprised. Not extremely cheap, but it was cheap. And so I'm thinking, man, maybe I can just spend less than 50 if I go with him. But the one thing is, you always don't want to go with the cheapest person. So I want to make sure quality is there, because I don't want to be coming here and saying, hey, we need to do this, the trim, boom, 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 all these other stuff. And he works with a lot of investors, so I don't know quality sometimes with them. But yeah, if I can do that, I can possibly be under 50 for the rehab with this property. So we'll see. I'm getting more quotes, but I want to be on top of it. And by the way, that 40 grand profit is me spending all of the using it for 6 months, using the hard money loan for 6 months. But I'm most likely not going to be using it for 6 months. If I can get everything done within realistically 3 to 4 months, my profit will be more, right? Because I'm counting interest as if I would use the loan to its entirety, right? Into 6 months. So that's me being extra conservative with that 40 grand profit. I'll keep you all updated on this project. If you all have any questions, please like this video, subscribe, and comment down below. I'll talk to you all later.